The Quest headsets tend to get a lot of love when it comes to VR accessories, but what about the controllers? Well, headset accessories tend to improve things like comfort and performance. Controller accessories, on the other hand, have the potential to improve your immersion and just create an overall better, more fun experience. The right controller accessories can transform your home VR experience to feel more like you're playing in an arcade. In this video, I've teamed up with AMVR to showcase some of the best Quest controller accessories that you can buy today to level up your VR experience, including showing you how to set them up and some potential use cases. What's going on, virtual friends? Welcome to the VIRUTALMOOSE channel. So the first accessory I want to showcase today is this Quest VR golf club grip accessory, which does exactly what it says on the box, and it turns your Quest controller into a full-on golf club to be used with VR golfing games. Setting this one up is very straightforward. You simply slide your controller into the holder at the bottom and then clamp it in place. You can adjust the length of the handle as well by twisting this bit at the bottom and then sliding it up or down. The grip is made of this cool textured rubber, which gives a similar feel to a real golf club, which I think is just a nice touch, and of course it helps with gripping the handle so you don't accidentally fling your golf club into like someone's face. There's also this handy little bit at the bottom where you can clip your wrist strap to, and then you just kind of twist it around and it will wrap your wrist strap around the bottom of the accessory, just making sure that it doesn't flap around or get in the way of anything. Now, obviously, you'll want to pair this accessory with a golf game, and what better game to pair it with than Walkabout Mini Golf, which, by the way, is currently included in the MetaQuest Plus subscription. Out of all of the controller accessories that I've tried, in my opinion, this golf club handle has made the biggest difference to immersion. Feeling the rubber grip and the just difference in weight distribution of having this golf club handle made the biggest difference to feeling like you are fully immersed in your virtual golf environment. Now, I don't actually play a lot of golfing games, so I guess that's kind of one caveat here, is you need to play golfing games to actually get some good use out of this accessory. But I do enjoy the occasional round of Walkabout Mini Golf, and especially when I'm competing against my wife. And we both agreed that when we decide to pick this game up, having this golf club has made a massive difference and definitely improved the overall experience. Now it almost actually feels like something you would go to an arcade for and play a few rounds with some friends. The next accessory we'll be looking at today are the popular AMVR extension grips. So these have nice soft foam padded handles with one blue one and one in red so that you can easily tell the right and left controllers apart. Setting it up is relatively straightforward. You've got the main handle, and then you've got this little clip bit which you want to first slot into place at the top. You want to make sure it makes a clicking sound and is nice and firmly in place. After that, you take your Quest controller and you want to place it into the top of the handle. And in the case of the Quest 2 controller, at the top of the clippy part, you'll have this little hook, and you want to just make sure that that latches on to the ring of your Quest 2 controller. You can also do it the other way around if you find that easier, so you can take the clippy part and first attach that onto the ring of the Quest 2 controller. Once that's nice and in place, you can then just slot the whole thing into the handle. And as you can see, once it is all locked in place, this thing is very solid. I feel very confident that my Quest controller is not going anywhere. Once again, just make sure that the two parts, so the part that clips onto the controller and the part that clips the controller to the handle, they both should make audible kind of clicking sounds and be very sturdy once they're in place. Both of the handle extensions also come with these handy little wrist straps at the bottom, so you don't need to kind of fiddle about with the ones that come with your controller. Now, you've probably seen people using these handle extensions to play Beat Saber, which is a fantastic use for them, by the way. It just really makes swinging those lightsabers around a lot more enjoyable and realistic, I suppose. However, I don't really play Beat Saber. I do really enjoy messing some fruit up in Fruit Ninja though, so that's what we're doing today. And let me tell you that these handles acting as like the sword grips for Fruit Ninja, it was a great feeling. Especially since you kind of dual wield the swords in Fruit Ninja as well, it just makes a lot of sense with these handles. So don't think that these handle extensions are exclusively for Beat Saber. They work really well in other games where you use a sword. Remember, you don't need to actually put the controllers in both of the handles, so if you're doing a game where you just use one sword frequently, you can just have one controller just to add to that immersion. Also, I just want to remind you that I do not recommend using the wrong controllers in the wrong handle accessories. Just get the accessory for the controller that you've got and you'll have a great time. And finally, I saved my personal favorite accessory for last. These controller accessories transform your Quest controllers into arcade-like pistol grips. If any of you are old enough to remember the Dreamcast, which is a games console way back when I was just a little kid, I used to love playing games like House of the Dead on there and just other arcade type games using the light gun accessory that you could get with it. Now, fast forward just a couple decades later, and you can relive that experience in full VR glory. As somebody who plays almost exclusively shooting games in VR, these pistol handle grips are a fantastic addition to my VR accessory arsenal. Setting these up is super straightforward. You first just want to pinch these little orange bits at the front of the slide. The top part will just slide right off. You can then slot your controller into place, and there's this handy little hole at the bottom where you can feed the wrist strap through. You can also see there's these two perfect sized cutouts for the triggers as well. Now once you've got everything nice and snug and in place, you can just slide the top part back into place and it will make this clicking sound once it is all locked in. So what better way to test out these pistol grip handles than with the dual wielding madness that is Dead Second. Seriously guys, if you've not played this game and you're a fan of just like arcade style shooters, this is one of the best ones out there. I thoroughly enjoy it. Like the NPCs are really active, you can hide. This isn't a video about Dead Second, but highly recommend it. Using these pistols definitely upgrades the experience. So these pistol grips are actually slightly weighted as well, so they don't feel just like super light and plasticky in your hands. They actually do add some immersion with a slight front heavy weightedness to them. And these pistol grips are perfectly suited for games like Dead Second, where you're dual wielding pistols and you're not doing much else with your hands. I've also tried playing games like Bone Lab with these controllers, and while it is perfectly doable, the experience isn't quite the same because you need to use your hands to do a lot of other things in that type of game. So I will say that if you're going to fully enjoy these controllers, make sure you play games where you are mostly just wielding pistols. These could be games like Dead Second, Drop Dead the Cabin, or Pistol Whip, for example. Apart from the fact that I mostly play shooting games, so these pistol grips just make a lot of sense for me, they also get bonus points for bringing me back to a nostalgic part of my childhood when I used to play on the Dreamcast, and I would have this big kind of light gun in a pistol shape, and I would use it to shoot zombies in the head in games like House of the Dead. I had so much fun playing with these, and it really made me feel like I had my own arcade at home, and this definitely brought back that element of nostalgia, so thank you AMVR for giving me that experience. If you're into arcade shooting games in VR, then these pistol grips are an absolute must-have. They really level up your experience and give you that true arcade style feeling. And all of the accessories mentioned in this video will be listed in the description below with links, so feel free to check them out if you see anything that you like. And that is going to wrap it up for today's video. So I hope this was somewhat useful to you. I feel like a lot of the accessories that get all the love are just related to the headsets themselves, and the controller accessories don't get the attention they deserve when they actually have the potential to really level up your experience in VR and, like I said, improve immersion and just make the entire experience more arcade-like and enjoyable. Now, these might not be for everyday use, but for those times where you have a little bit of extra time on your hands to set things up and you want to get the full immersive experience, or maybe you've got a friend coming over who you want to showcase VR to for the first time and you want to give them that full kind of arcade experience, the controller accessories are a fantastic way to do that. Thanks to AMVR for sending the accessories out to me so I could actually make this video. And if there's any particular accessory that you'd like me to review, let me know in the comments below and I'll see if I can get my hands on it to make a video. But that being said, I have done a fair few other review videos, so feel free to check them out in my reviews playlist, which will be linked maybe somewhere over here. Go ahead and click it. You won't be disappointed. Trust me, click any of these videos. And I'll see you in the next one.